Hello and welcome. My name is Abra Gilman and I'm a Senior Consultant and Account Manager at Collins Computing. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about cloud computing options in Microsoft Dynamics GP 2013. We have options for our clients to be hosted in an off-site location, or with the new feature of web clients, clients can also have a web page set up that houses their Microsoft Dynamics so that their users can pull from that. That option is also available within the hosting scenario. If you log in to an HTTP address and put in your username and password, and you can sign in. You'll be directed to the company login screen where you can either select your company, or you could go ahead and tell the system to remember that this is the only company that I work in so that you don't have to select that in the future. And then you'll be brought to the home page just like you were if you were working in Microsoft Dynamics, not on a web client. A few things are different about the web client. If you go to a specific screen, so I'm going to go to Financial, and I'm just going to look at a summary inquiry screen. So here I can go ahead and pull up an account number. I can see that it's got lots of different activity. I might highlight a particular period, and then I can zoom down just like I can in a normal Dynamics screen. I expand the details to show so that I can maybe look for a particular type of entry. And in this case, I might want to look for this computer check. And I can go ahead and zoom down to see the original journal entry, and I can go ahead and zoom down for the source document. I can also hit the apply button, for you can see all of the details of which invoices were applied to all the way back from the originating journal entry. A nice thing about Dynamics GP 2013 is it is not only accessible to do inquiries, but you can also do transactional entries. So let's say I'm just going to go ahead and enter a journal entry. I'm going to enter in a batch ID here. I'm going to go ahead and add that batch. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to continue on with my journal entry. I can put in a description, I can choose an account number, and I can put an amount in. I'll choose my offsetting account, and I'll save this entry, and I'll go into my batch, and I will post my batch. So all the same capabilities that you have in your Dynamics implementation are accessible from here. And if I go back into my journal entry inquiry screen, I will see the journal that I just made today. So that is what the web client looks like. Some of the buttons are different, so when you go into these screens, they're not drop down, but there are these buttons at the top. And then you'll probably notice that some of these areas are not underlined. I can still make my required a different color and bold if I want to. So now let's go ahead and sign out, and let's sign in to just a hosted solution, but not necessarily on the web. Here I'm going to go ahead and double click to start Microsoft Dynamics GP 2013. And now as you see, we've got the sign-on screen that tells me that I need to put in my password. Now this is the same password as I used prior in the web client. I get the same security to the same companies, but this time my windows will look a little different. When I come into the home screen, I've got my home page, I can go into my financial, and we'll go into the same exact screens as we did before so that you see that they do look a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up that first account number. I'm going to go ahead and drill down. This time I can see that these are underlined. I can show my details. I can look for that same PMCHK entry, drill down to my journal entry, drill down to my PMCHK, which is my actual check, and see which items were applied. So I have the same drill down capabilities as I did on my web client. The screens just look a little bit different. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead into the transaction entry screen to enter a journal entry just like I did before. And you can see these buttons do look a little bit different. I can enter a batch ID, save my batch, enter my description, enter my account numbers. And if I had changed my sorting, as I did when I was on the web client, to account number, that same sorting holds true. So it is saving to the same user ID as you would use whether it's a web client or a direct client. And then I can go ahead and save my transaction, go to my batch, and post my batch. Once I post that entry, I can go back into my journal entry inquiry and go glance at the entry that I just made. So that's just showing you a little bit about what it looks like if you're using either the web client or just a hosted solution client using Microsoft Dynamics GP 2013. I encourage you, if you have questions about whether you should have a hosted solution, whether when you upgrade or implement Microsoft Dynamics GP 2013, and if you should have the web clients, or any other questions around Dynamics and ERP systems, to contact Collins Computing. Thanks and have a great day.